New York.
Oh,
All right, you are back online again.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, actually, hold on. Good one, right? Great.
So. Maybe, are you gonna do this first time compost?
Right, you're online.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is Joe Rand, I'm the mayor of Nyack. This is the Village of Nyack meeting of the Village Board of Trustees for May 7th, 2026. It is a little after 7 o'clock. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. One day I'm gonna move the flag over there and see if we all stand that way. Sitting right there, just looking at the New York flag, just to see what happens. Welcome, everybody. Where'd my notes go? Linda,
Yeah.
oh, okay. She coming back? Or she?
No.
Ah,
Yeah.
you got
Figured
you're
out.
doing the duty now? All right, well, welcome, everybody. We just completed a meeting of the Nyack Parking Authority, which is comprised of the village board members, so it's the same board. We'll kind of go over later in the meeting. I think there's a place to just discuss what came out of that meeting, but nothing earth shattering. I do want to, a couple things for everybody, just as mayoral remarks, would be to, highlight, first of all, happy Mother's Day this coming Sunday for everybody who is. Happy Mother's Day to the moms, and happy Mother's Day to everybody who is going to be celebrating with their moms. And for those who don't have that opportunity, our deepest, best wishes and thoughts and prayers for them and for their families. Also want to let everyone know, we announced this week that we have put the order in for the shuttle, the 6-person electric battery shuttle that we're going to be having that's going to take people around in the village, called the Hoppy. It was very well received by people online and by the people that commented back to me from when it was in the newsletter. We also had a nice coverage in News 12, which we posted. It's all been very positive. I think people appreciate the concept of doing a couple things, one of which is to allow people to get up the hills so they can get up from the marina to the downtown. They get from the downtown to the hotels. They can get from the community housing on Waldron Terrace to the downtown to the Fresh Market, and all those places in between, as well as opportunities to, people, it's going to be hopefully an on-demand service. So people might use it to go to the farmer's market on Thursdays and take a car and find a place to park and have to pay the meter and all that kind of stuff. So when do we have an idea when we're getting the shuttle?
We don't have a date.
We don't have a date yet. It's been ordered.
They're assembling it.
They're assembling as we speak. It's right now Adams, disassembled Adams that'll be.
And then they gotta drive it up from Florida to it.
Oh.
They're not driving it, they're shipping it from Florida. They're not gonna drive it. It only goes about 80 miles on a charge, so it's not gonna.
We got a passport.
It would take a long time to get that. So I want to thank everybody from the board who was very supportive of the idea, as well as the first iterations of that idea were presented to the business council, the businesses. Everybody's been very positive about it. The only thing people don't like is that I put up a fun little poll today for the name, and people are fighting about the name and not liking the fact that I used AI to create a couple of dumb images to illustrate what a frog looks like, basically, is what I did. So thank you for all that. I'm very looking forward to that. I want to thank Joe Carlin and everybody that came out on Sunday. Was it Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. I'll let you talk about it, but I want to thank you for being the organizer for the Keep Rockland Beautiful cleanup of Nyack. I want to highlight a couple things coming up this Saturday. There's a South Nyack Walk Through History. I think that's the Historical Society. That looks really fun. There's information about that in the newsletter. We have a street fair coming up a week from Sunday on May 17th. Memorial Day Parade, May 25th. African American Day Parade, June 7th. Firefighter Parade, Memorial Parade on June 14th. And then the Pride Parade and Festival also June 14th. So we're moving into the very, very heavy event part of our yearly schedule. And we hope everybody gets an opportunity to check out some of these events. Yes,
And the
well,
African American Day Parade on June sixth.
I said,
Oh, I missed.
June 7th,
June seventh.
June 7th, yes, it's June 7th.
Or June sixth.
Oh, is it June 6th?
Yeah, it's usually on the second.
6th.
It's on 6th, okay, I forgive, thank you for correcting it,
That's
Max, I
probably-
didn't correct it, yeah, it's June 6th, not the 7th, firefighting in the pride of June. June 14th, all right, that's it for mayor's remarks, anything from the board?
Just one thing, do want to thank the water department for their work on
Thank
the
you.
water main break. The two water main breaks actually on South Nyack. I know it was a little tricky, but they managed to do a good job and the residents who needed water got water. The boil water order is lifted for anybody who had it. So, great job to Tom and the rest of the group.
They earn our respect. Can I say something?
Sure.
Yeah, following up on what Joe said, I want to thank all the people that came out for the Keep Rockland Beautiful, the Nyack edition. We had about 70 people, adults, teenagers and children. It was a whole Girl Scout group that came out. I collected 70 bags of garbage. So I want to say that the village, I had a hard time finding places to send people to.
Because the village
With
is
the village is pretty clean. But what we did, and like I said, a lot of people to the 59 corridor from the Holness
I did see a
down to
lot
the
of
Bridge. I
people.
don't know if you noticed it,
I saw
but
people there.
it's really clean.
Mhm.
And also Kilby Street, really clean. So thank you, everybody, for
Brilliant,
coming out.
that's great, 70 bags?
70 bags.
That's a lot.
Well, not all the bags were completely full. I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah, it's still a lot of
Well, I
bags.
mean, that's still a testament to the village.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Cleanliness, yeah.
I'm sorry, 70 people, 40 bags.
40 bags, okay, 40 bags, still a lot, that's a lot. That's a lot, still a lot of bags, unless you're gonna revise it down again, we hear
No.
20, 15.
Sorry.
So we're at 40, okay, 40 is a great number, and that's pretty cool. So I'm glad that Joe and I went out at midnight on Friday night and just dumped a lot of garbage onto Route 59, so we have something to do.
There we
That
go.
was good, it was a time well spent to give people a feeling of accomplishment, all the Girl Scouts.
Where did you get all the garbage from?
Just from my backyard. Anything else for anybody? All right, let's move to public comment. We don't have the timer, our timer person today.
Well, Joe's gonna do it. He volunteered.
Is Joe has it?
I'll do it, I'll do my.
Is that? Oh, no, we have
You wanna use this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We go-
Okay, I'm
we
good.
go that
I'll be
way.
different.
So that everybody knows.
Just so everybody knows that we try to be fair with everybody at the amount of time. We put for 2 minutes.
What's wrong? The
It's
port,
not
you
plugged in. All right, don't worry about it. Let's not waste a lot of time on it. It's not, we're not gonna have that many.
don't know that.
Time is up.
It's okay,
I
I
can
have
always time
my,
on something else.
I have my timer on my phone. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's on the right. I think it's on the
I
right.
guess while we're waiting.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes. Don't do 5 minutes.
So you push
We'll be here all night.
the M3 resets it to 5, and then if you hit 3,
Oh, that's too complicated.
3.
It's 3 minutes. I thought 2
Zero.
minutes. Okay.
That's 3 minutes.
It's
Oh,
okay.
you want 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Hold on. M3, 2. You should practice that a couple times.
All right, so good luck with it.
We press N2?
And it's Mayor, I
It's a
want to let you
thankless
know,
job, Joe. Nobody loves.
I want to let you know, just so you know, that we have 2 gentlemen in the back from the Next Amp Company. So if
Oh,
we
it's
can
in
get
here.
them up here.
That's the next thing.
I did.
That's the community solar project.
No, let's have them talk first. Yeah, let's have them.
Like Brooklyn or something.
I didn't know that, yeah, I didn't see anything on the agenda that
Yes,
that I
right.
thought.
They're in here.
All right, so let's, before we get to public comment, just hold on that. Let's bring up the next stamp company, to talk about, they want to present this at, Andy, why don't you give us an introduction while they get set up? And then we'll go right to public comment.
So let me just frame this for you real quick. This is about 2 things. It's about money and it's about the environment.
Yep.
The money side, the environment side is about solar power, renewable power versus fossil fuel power. The money side is that
Oh, it is here.
through the various mechanisms that exist in the state of New York, which we're happy about, a community solar project can sell power to Nyack residents cheaper than the going rate from Orange Rock.
Oh, well.
So these guys are offering to help enlist village residents to be able to claim the cheaper electricity rates possible through community solar. And they want our help in doing that through kind of a publicity partnership. The kind of the cool thing about it is it's very politically progressive. It targets low and moderate income families. They have bigger sort of electricity benefits for low and moderate income households. And it's also a referral sort of fee that goes to the village. If we partner together on publicity, we will get money too for each family that signs up for the community solar project. So that in a nutshell, hope I didn't mess that up for you guys,
I
but
think you're coming from my job.
I think it's an exciting opportunity because in these times when energy rates are going up and up and up and up, we want our village residents to have access to the most affordable energy they can get, and in a way that helps the environment, and in a way that especially focuses on people who really need the benefit. So thanks, guys, for coming in.
Well, thanks for the intro, and thanks for having us, Mr. Mayor, Board of Commissioners. Board of Trustees, I'm Juan, this is Jermaine. So we're from Nexam. Nexam is a community solar company. We're based out of Boston, but we have an office in New York where Jermaine and I work. Community solar is something that's a little bit different than solar energy that you might be used to seeing. You're probably used to seeing a lot of solar energy on your roof, or in like maybe a warehouse or something like that. Or if you ever drive in like the desert, the West, you'll see like very large solar energy systems. We do something that's a little bit more niche. It's basically solar farms that are built throughout the state. The closest one to here is in Mount Kisco, which is about half an hour away. And they're about the size of like maybe 2 to 4 football fields. And once we build them, we can find households or businesses, mostly households, to earn solar credits from that solar energy farm. And so it's a way for people who can't get solar on their own roof or don't want it for whatever reason. So can't install it, maybe they're a renter, maybe they want to get solar, but now is not the best time. Maybe they just don't like how it looks. They get signed up to a community solar farm and they can get some savings from a solar energy system that we've installed in the state, and get the savings from that solar farm. So it's called community solar because it's, a bunch of people are basically sharing one solar energy field. This is something that the state passed legislation for, I think around 2014, 2015. And since then, companies like Nexam have been building solar farms around the state and getting people to sign up. And so in Orange and Rockland, we've had a couple of solar projects that have been under development and are ready we basically start looking for households or businesses that can save when those projects are finalizing their construction. And I said Mount Kisco, I think there's one closer. I'll have to look it up again. So what we're doing now is that we're at that point where these solar farms are finishing their construction. So we're looking for households, businesses to join this farm and save money on their energy bill. And the way it works is that when you sign up, we basically allocate a small portion of a solar farm to your utility account. So nothing's actually being connected to your home. We just talked to Orange and Rockland and we're like, oh, for your utility account, we're gonna allocate, 2% of the overall solar project, or 1% or 5%, depending on how much energy you use. So the more energy, we try to match it so it matches your annual consumption. And then every month, once that system is turned on and generating electricity for the grid, every month you'll see a credit on your Orange and Rockland bill. And that's basically because your portion of that solar farm is providing electricity and Orange and Rockland is paying you for that electricity. So whatever you're using in your home for powering your appliances and whatnot, that won't change, or the rate that you're paying, that's not changing. It's a credit that's applied at the end of the bill from the solar farm. And so, yeah, we're not changing your utility account. We're not a alternative supplier because we're not producing that energy directly to you, we're applying a credit on your bill.
A couple of questions, just so we can, because I think that we've had a program not dissimilar to this a couple of years ago. That we liked, that got just, it stopped for whatever reason.
No, that was, you think of community choice aggregation.
Mhm.
Or
But that was the same idea, you signed up for it and you
No,
got, you didn't use the actual energy.
it was similar only because it was about renewables, but it was a procurement tool that enabled the village to aggregate all our households into one contract for electricity.
Okay, but there was something else, but the basic idea is they don't have to do any installation. They just have to sign up. It's gonna be very seamless to them. All they're gonna do is see now a credit and have the knowledge that they're supporting this solar array as opposed to getting all the electricity from, you know, the fossil fuels or whatever O and R would be throwing at them. Can you do this and have panels?
In New York, typically no, but I think the rules are changing because some people's panels don't offset their entire usage. And so they're trying to make it so that if.
For the part that you do get from O and R, you get the credit for, okay,
Exactly,
well, that would make sense.
yeah.
Um,
But you don't pay for the delivery fee is separate.
All the fees, whatever you're getting
Remains
charged by
the-
your utility will remain unchanged.
Yeah.
This will apply credit on the bill. There is, just to finish, full circle, once you receive that credit, then you have that credit is available at a discount. So basically it's like a Groupon. If you get a credit that's worth $100, you can pay $80 back to Nexamp. And so basically that's where the 10 to 20% savings are realized, is because you're paying for the credit at a fixed discount, and that discount will never change. The discount is 10% for a standard household, and then a 20% savings, 20% discount for an eligible low-income household. So we double the savings for a household that's eligible low income, which is demonstrated through participation in social benefit programs or.
go over that again, just because I didn't follow it. I don't think I-
This
All right,
is,
so I get my bill. My bill's $500 for my electric bill.
Yep.
Okay, I sign up for the program. What happens?
so you sign up and then let's just say your bill's gonna stay 500. Just in terms of what you're getting charged for electricity.
Yes.
Before Nexamp. You sign up to Nexamp and now you're starting generating solar energy, your portion of the solar panels. Easy.
Let me be clear. I don't care about any of this.
Okay,
I have a house, I'm paying for electric bill, and the mayor came to me and said, if you sign up for this, you'll save money on your bill.
right.
And that you don't have to add any equipment, you don't have to do anything, you just get to save. So I sign up on Monday, I know my bills have been $500 average a month for the last year. I get my next bill, what happens?
So you're gonna have a credit. Let's say that credit is $500. So now your net payment to Orange and Rockland is $0. Nexamp is gonna charge for that credit at a fixed discount. The discount, let's say it's 20%. My mental math is.
Yeah, so I'm not 20% of what, what does that mean? I'm
$400, I guess.
400, yeah,
gonna save 100, I'm gonna save 400.
100. You'll
I'm gonna
save.
save 100, okay, I'm gonna save whatever the discount is, 20% if I'm low income,
Yeah.
10% if I'm not. I get a 10% discount on, now, is this really that I'm not paying O and R anything? And I pay it all to you at a discount, or what if I'm still paying, what if you don't cover the whole amount?
If you don't cover the whole amount, you do pay O&R the balance of that.
Pay the
So,
balance of that, but I still get a 10% discount on whatever percentage you assigned me at this, so it will be, no matter what, it'll be a savings to some degree on my electric bill.
Exactly.
Without me having to do
We try to
anything,
match what the credits that you're gonna get. We have to kind of.
you're gonna look at our bill
and-
to see.
Offset most of the charges throughout.
So you're gonna try to set it, if my bill's particularly high, you try to set it in a way that it will cover the full bill. If I start to go nuts, then it's gonna be more, and I have to pay more to O and R.
So Jermaine, he gets a bill from you for the credits, right? Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
So first he gets a bill from O and R, which is very discounted because most of the juice is coming from you, but then he's gonna pay you for the credits.
Yeah,
Right? So it's a
exactly.
so you get a separate envelope in the mail, it comes and lands on his desk, and it says pay Nexamp $400.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And honestly, that's one of the biggest challenges that we have. I like my job because I know like we're saving people money, but then I have to explain that in order to do that, you get a second bill.
People got really excited when they saw it.
Stamp out, you gotta
I
write
will-
it in.
I will say though, we are transitioning, Orange and Rockland can now do this all on their bill.
That would make a lot more sense.
So we are, by the end of this year, and I think if I were to bet money on it, by the time these projects are turned on, we'll probably be under that consolidated system, which will all be on Orange and Rockland. I didn't get the official thumbs up to say like, it's definitely gonna be ready by then, but I would say so.
But obviously that's preferable because then people are still getting just one bill and then they see all the credits and stuff is on the bill and they write a check for what they would normally, or they get it, whatever, however they pay their bill.
If it's on one bill, then they would all do it through Orange and Rockland, and Orange and Rockland would pay us.
So right now you deal with the people giving you a call and say, what the hell is this? I got a bill for $400. And you have to explain to them, yeah, do you remember when you got your own R bill and you were so excited because it was $0? Yes, it would have been 500, now you're only paying us 400 because you got a discount.
Is this an online calculator that people could use, let's say, what if I have a $400 O&R bill? If I sign up, what will be the net payment that I make? After you get a zero bill from O&R, but we get a bill from you, correct?
That's right.
And
If the credits, cover the entire bill.
that's it. Do you have some type of online?
You know, we
worksheet?
may provide an actual example of that bill and like from an actual existing household, like I know we have at least a few. I know Marcy's been doing it for like 6 years. How do you get that? Maybe we can just have her, we just show the board, this is our O&R bill, this is our next hand bill, this is how they line up, this is where you save your $100.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it would be good to see that. To be honest, it seems a little too complicated for me.
It always seems that way with these things.
I know, but if you see it black and white in the, on the figures, that would help a lot, not to throw out numbers.
Well, so it's basically a 10% or 20% discount of whatever your bill is gonna be 10 or 20%.
Energy
If they
charge.
calibrate it correctly off your O&R bill.
Right.
If they undercount it and your O&R bill is more money, it would be 10% of whatever their credit they assigned you was. But if you decide to, this month, you're gonna heat your pool, to 105 degrees, then it's gonna be, your bill to O&R is gonna be higher. If they assigned you a $500 credit, you're still gonna be paying them 400 and getting
I
a
understand
10%.
that, but this is only on the energy portion of the bill. Again, in the energy portion, you have the delivery charges. Delivery charges were made, right?
It's off the entire. So it's the entire credit, a credit is applied basically at the end. of the
Okay.
term.
No.
But the credit is tied to the cost of electricity though, right?
The credit is tied to it's not metered,
It's tied to like electric costs. It's not tied to the delivery costs and all the other
it's
charges.
yeah, it's a formula that the state generated, but it is essentially the full cost of electricity.
I think Andy's correct. Let's get a couple of maybe sample bills just so we can see what it looks like, what people are getting, both the bill and then the bill they would get from it next time.
Yep, and then absolutely we could do that. And then just to make clear, like the ask too is that we've done partnerships with municipalities to do some co-branded outreach campaigns. One of them is in the packet, it's a letter. That's a more lengthy letter. We also have letters that are a bit more colorful. And so we would want to do a co-branded outreach campaign for residents. Within that, I'll point out that Nexamp pays for the postage and the printing. And we have a budget to offer for referral payments for people that sign up. Some municipalities take that, some municipalities choose to donate or have a local nonprofit take it. And we could also do in-person events, because as you can see, it helps to have in-person explanations sometimes too, and other forms of outreach are going to be flexible with.
Could I ask a question? How many other municipalities are you dealing with at the moment?
So at the moment, so Nexamp is in every national requirement that is every state where community solar has been enabled, which ends up being about 15 states. So right now we have an active campaign in Urbana, Illinois, finishing one in Arcola, Illinois. So I would say right now active campaign is about 200.
Any in Westchester? You're in Rockland right now, so
We're in
any
Rockland.
closer?
The closest that we would have in New York is more National Grid NICEAG territory, because we haven't had a project to enroll people in Orange and Rockland, or this area down here, or even Con Ed.
Mhm.
So in National Grid New York, you probably know better how many.
So, we have, partnerships with the city of, the city of Fulton, Monterey Falls, Oswego, probably
One or
that's it,
two,
yeah.
yeah.
The town of Caroline,
Mhm.
yeah, so basically, upstate New York.
Right,
Okay.
right. And I didn't look through all this. How long has your company been operational?
2007.
Yeah, so we're
I'm
coming
sorry?
up on 20 years, so 2007.
Oh,
We've been operating
2007.
2007. Founded by two veterans that served in the Gulf Wars. And they came back and didn't want as much to be dependent on foreign oil sources, so this week.
Mhm.
And so we've been based domestically, as I mentioned, our headquarters are in Boston, but we have a pretty good presence in. We have about, I don't want to say a number that's not accurate. It is on the
That's fine.
pamphlet, the number of customers. I think we're up to about 50,000 customers,
Okay.
in the states that we're in. There's other companies that do this. We are the largest player right now. And we have both the project development and the customer teams under our roof. A lot of companies that do this, if you start Googling and searching around, they might do one or the other. So that just allows us to have like a really seamless customer experience.
Anything else from the board? All right, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
And yeah,
Thank
coordinating
you.
with Andy about getting some follow-up information, but I think it's a really good program. Thank you for presenting to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, we'll open up to public comment. Do we have the list, Andy? I think I saw people signing up. If you look on the agenda and you see that we are gonna be discussing your thing that you're interested in, we allow for public comment during discussion of agenda items, including resolutions. But if you have something you want to bring up that's not on the agenda, you can also bring it up now. It's just that sometimes people like to talk about it when we're talking about it. So just start calling, people can come up and. if they have
Robert
a
Lord.
topic.
Hello.
Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Hello.
First, I'd like to thank the board and the village for the work that's being done at the park, Memorial Park. It looks fantastic. We'll get an opportunity to walk through there most days, and they're moving right along. I think we have a fighting chance of getting it done when you anticipated before the festivities for the 250th anniversary. The one thing I just wanted to bring up is, I believe a number of you on the board have gotten information on the motorized vehicles that are using the park. And over the last week or two, that number has increased dramatically. I did send members of the board a few pictures that were taken this afternoon. And there were about 7 or 8 throttle-driven e-bikes, meaning that they can get up to a speed of about 25, 30 miles an hour. A number of them went over the bridges today, and there were young children there. And I just was hoping that the board and the Parks Commission would address signage before the project is completed, so that perhaps we can prevent these bikes from utilizing that beautiful curved pathway that we're putting in. It's going to be very tempting for them to use it. It's going to be with the new concrete platform they put on one end of the bridge. It's going to be very easy just to make the left-hand turn and go over the.
We've been, just so you know, we've been throwing about different legislative language to address it.
That's what I was going to suggest, ordinances, but a couple of well-placed signs. I think you saw that in that package that I sent. Really goes a long way. Just
symbols.
Walk bikes. Yeah.
Bikes and motorized scooters in particular. In particular, going over the bridge. That's going to be where it's going to, you're gonna have issues.
No, go ahead, finish your.
No, that's about it. I just wanted to bring it up. I think that if it's addressed before the work is completed, we have a fighting chance of keeping it under control. And again, thank you very much for the work that's being done. It looks fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On the bridge currently, do we have any like poster poles like right before each entrance to discourage people from using their bikes on the bridge?
No, it's except for there's a gate on both sides.
Yeah.
But that, once it's open.
Once it's open, it's open, right?
Mhm.
Do we-
I don't know if the pole would do anything. I mean, what you could do is, I thought about putting a rumble strip along it. That would be, so if you were going fast, it would be bad, but if you're pushing a stroller, it wouldn't be so bad.
Right.
You know, at different places so that people would realize, I mean, at least it would not be dangerous, but it would not be comfortable if you were to ride at over 5 miles an hour over on a bike.
Yeah.
So I'd like to look at that, but we do have but legislation is gonna take, I mean,
Yeah, we do.
we can't pass anything in less than 3 months, so it's gonna be too late to.
And we need legislation to put the signs up?
Now, put signs up, well, I mean, we have to make sure the signs are accurate according to what the rules are, so what's the rule right now? What did we say the rule was? Right now, about bikes in the park,
There's no prohibition on riding a bicycle.
about motorized vehicles?
We have a driveway gate up that stops
What
cars.
about rules, do we have any rule about motorized vehicles? We don't, because we used to allow people to drive their cars into the park, so.
And we don't.
We do have to pass legislation, so we can't put up a sign until we have legislation that actually articulates the
We
rule.
don't have like a motorcycle. Or that falls under motorized vehicle.
So let's get, I know Dennis is out, but let's get, you had a very common sense.
Yeah, we've already
articulation.
started sort of hashing it out a little bit. So Orangetown is working on a rule recently. And
Well, let's try to get something in place so we can call public meeting at next meeting. So we have legislation time for the next meeting, so we can call public hearing for early June. So maybe we get in place by July 4th.
Yeah, or at least before school.
Because I think we're all in favor of this, right? We all think it's not a good idea to have people riding motorized bikes around in dirt bikes and stuff like that in the park.
Actually, the enforcement, that's the key.
Yeah, I mean, but people, you put the sign up, a lot of people will obey the sign. A lot of people will, not necessarily a pack of, of testosterone enhanced 13 or 14-year-olds that are all bursting and going crazy, but for most people will sort of say, oh, we gotta walk our bikes. If we put a big sign saying, walk your bike here, and it's correct that people do go down there to teach their kids how to bike, which, technically would not be allowed, but we could, that's, what we're really trying to do is try to knock off the people who are gonna go down with the e-bikes and drive 20 miles an hour on level 3 e-bikes.
Yeah.
it's kind of about speed
Yeah.
and the power of the larger e-bikes that look like motorcycles, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I have e-bikes, they look like bikes, but they do have a,
Some
they do have a
of
throttle.
those like dirt bike looking ones.
Yeah. All right, who's next on public hearing, public comment?
Ari Rosenblum.
Afternoon, evening, all right, how are you?
I'm well, how are you? Thank you, I'll be very brief. First, I wanted to thank the board and the village for their solidarity with the Jewish community at a time when we are feeling quite under siege. As you know, we would demonstrate solidarity with any community that is not only identifiable, vulnerable, but also has unfortunately over the past number of years being subject to the kinds of things that we are seeing across the country, really. I want to draw your attention to our colleagues at the ADL, who just released their statistics for last year on incidences of hate and violence, vandalism, graffiti and such. The good news is the actual top line number is down from its massive record high of about 9,500 incidents last year across the country, of which New York State was the highest, down by about 30%, about 6,500 this year. Again, New York State being the highest. The not so good news is that the number of violent incidents has risen. And as you may know, in Colorado and Washington, lives were taken by people with an agenda, a political, or what they would claim to be a political agenda, which really sometimes is a focus for targeting Jewish communities. And so our communities, synagogues here in Nyack and right across Rockland, hundreds of them, have to spend time and money, significant amount of money, 30% of budget sometimes, to establish their spaces as safe. They need to install bollards. They need to put in bulletproof glass. They need armed guards. And we as a federation are very much involved with the Jewish Federation of Rockland, very much involved in helping them, training them, and training volunteers and helping them get nonprofit security grants. But the reality of the danger that comes out of the kind of incitement that you have seen at this board in the past, both recently and perhaps a year or so ago, is really a huge challenge for us as a community. And so we say thank you. Two final things very quickly. Number one, is that if anybody should have on this board should have a question about issues that come up as it relates to Israel, as it relates to the Jewish community, or as the two are sometimes either pulled apart or pushed together by those who want to represent themselves on one issue or another, I'm a resource, happy to answer any questions. And as Joe and Joseph and the mayor can tell you, I have as objective an opinion as someone who has cards on the table can have. And I'm very happy to present as rounded a perspective as I can. The final thing that I wanted to mention is that we really appreciate this community and the tolerance, but more than tolerance. I think Brooke Malloy pointed it out to me once. Tolerance it's not sufficient. The acceptance, the engagement, the embrace that this community as an exemplar for all of Rockland presents to all of its minority and vulnerable communities. And so I wanted once again to say thank you very much.
Thank you, Art.
There's nobody else signed up.
Does anybody want to make public comment? I see there's a group of people here.
I can tell you, Bill's gonna wanna talk about the FIFA thing later. And Pastor Joseph is here. He has a special event he'd like to propose.
Why don't we, let's take the pastor right now. I'm sorry, you had a public comment or?
I did, I didn't realize it occurred to me while.
Okay. You can come up and then we'll take the pastor after this. Please state your name for the,
Dory
Dory
Horowitz.
Horowitz.
My one question is just now that Woolworth is closed, is there a plan to discourage all the motorcycles on Thursday night? That's where they all hung out.
It's closed.
it's closed, so, I mean, didn't we hear that they were opening something somewhere else in town? But not as easy for them to get the motorcycles in.
Not social.
The old Max, but we heard that. We
heard that, yeah.
Yeah, we just heard that. I don't know if that's true. Why don't we, well, he may not be that forthcoming with us, but who's coming to the space? We are in touch with the bank that now owns that property. The property was purchased at foreclosure auction by the bank that had held the loan. The operators of the bridge predated them and they had a lease, but they, I guess, defaulted in some way in the lease. So they've now been evicted from the property. Are they definitely out? They've been evicted from the property. So the place is vacant. The owners have a plan to do something with it. The bank wants to do something productive with it. They are talking to us about that. It's not clear exactly what they're going to end up doing, but they have plans. It does not involve having bike night as part of their plan, so that's probably good. Otherwise, our hope is that with the invitation to participate in bike night ending, that the bikes won't come down the way they were, because that was obviously very disruptive. Yes, good way to put it. It was very disruptive, and people it's not the bikes, it's the fact that the bikes are often modify the mufflers to make a lot of noise, and then they revel in making noise as they go up and down Main Street. We would like to, I mean, we're in order for us to get those noise cameras, like the speed cameras that you can give people tickets for the noise, we would need we would need state approval to do that. So and we're not gonna get it this session, right? It's too late. So it wouldn't be till next year that we got that. So that's not a solution for the short term. But the short term hope is that that problem was the focus because of the bar, and now the bar's gone.
Awesome. That's what I
Let's hope so. Keep your fingers crossed.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Pastor,
Yes.
Hello,
evening.
Right, good evening.
Good evening.
This is Howard Dustin. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, just to speak. It's usually at this time we get together and we decided to do something a little bit different, because we have a great Haitian community in Nyack, but also throughout Rockland County. We wanted to take the time out to celebrate, on the 18th of May, we call it the Haitian Flag Day. And Mr. Stewart, say, hey, is there something you guys can do for the community? And I was very much, happy that he brought that to the attention. I said, yeah, we definitely would love to do that. And with everything going on with the situation of Haiti, there is some things that are positive that's taking place. And it's not easy for Haiti. But I'm sure for those that do watch soccer, our team is in the World Cup.
Mhm.
So that's the beautiful thing about it, regardless of whatever the situation is. But also, there has been great accomplishments that the Haitian period, the country of Haiti, the people of Haiti has contributed throughout the world. And we would love to not only share that, but also to share a little bit of our culture as well. The Haitian culture is very rich, not only in our music and our food, but how the way we treat people. So we wanted to take that time out to say, hey, we want to give back to the community as well, and to let the community know that we are here as well. So we wanted to do this event on May 18th, which will be on a Monday. And that will be from 5 to 7. I know Spring Valley is doing theirs probably on a Sunday. So we say, okay, so there's no conflict. We want everybody to celebrate. So then we said, okay, let's do it May 18th, exactly on the day, which is a Monday. Not too many things were going on Monday. So everybody here is invited. So
The restaurants are closed and.
Yeah.
It's
So
a good day.
yeah. Also, we brought to the attention to Randy, Mr. Andy Stewart as well, that we wanted to see if we could have a truck that would serve Haitian food. Because you can't have a party without Haitian food. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's the best part of our culture as well.
Where will we park the truck?
I will put it, you talking about the Hezekiah Easter gazebo
Yeah.
area? I was looking right in front of it.
Right on Main?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one parking space.
And can you put it on this side, or is that where the bus is at?
Well, I don't, are you picking up the bus? You block the bus leg over.
And if you put it on the other side, then
Oh,
you're
inside the parking lot?
inside the parking lot. The problem is
You're
you're taking out,
blocking
that.
parking.
you're taking away some of the handicap
Yeah.
parking then.
Yeah, no, I think on the street is. On Main Street should be fine.
Yeah, and this also draws, the only thing is it blocks the
Yeah, just
view
blocks
of
the
thing.
view, right, and that's.
If we could put it, I can't remember how many spaces that would take up in the park, because it'd be nice to put it inside the parking lot.
Right.
So people can see the
We'll
celebration.
Stop the truck, right?
Yeah.
All right, wonderful.
That's great. I think it's great that you're doing it. Thank you for bringing it tonight.
Thank
We're
you.
very appreciative.
Can I get at least a verbal vote on this, because
Yeah, let's, everybody okay with it?
I'm fine.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
So
Aye, across the board.
I agree.
Thank you.
5 to 7 or 4 to 7?
No.
Oh, wait, we need a resolution.
We'll start preparing for.
Okay, it just says 4 to 7 now.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Four
we
to
should probably
seven,
do the
yeah.
resolution, because.
Yeah, we gotta do a
we
resolution.
do it
Andy,
now.
just take the resolution down as written. Although he said
No,
5 to 7, you
7.
said 4 to 7, we'll just
So
leave
he
it.
said-
It's ran 4 to 7, yeah.
Leave it at 4 to 7, approving action item 10.2 as written. For a Haitian Flag Day, Monday, May 18th, 2026, 4 to 7, the gazebo on Main Street with Haitian drummers and a Haitian food truck. Can I get that on the table?
Motion,
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. You have your flag day. Congratulations.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Guys, I'm
I
fine.
need to be back.
I can't wait.
There.
All right.
I just put that's what I was doing. I was putting it in my calendar.
Thank you.
Have I had Haitian food? Yes, of course I had Haitian food.
Oh, okay, I'm just making sure.
No, absolutely. And I'm gonna have it on Saturday night too. Saturday night is the relief gala. I'll be at that.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Well, you,
I will not be here.
okay, well, I will be having on Saturday night after I go to the Nyack Hospital in the same night. So what are they here for?
Party.
Oh, is this, you're for the Opera House? Okay, yeah, that's what I try to make sure. I know people. All right, why don't you come up to Opera House, then we'll do Bill Batson, and then everybody will get to leave, and then we'll go through the resolutions and have all our conversations that.
My bread will be underproofed, guys, thanks.
Robert Cram.
Ryan Roll?
Hi.
We're both
Alan, hi, Alan.
So this is Brenda
He's here to be.
Oral support.
Brian, what's your last name?
Merle?
Yeah.
MERREL.
We are trustees of the Edward Hopper House and Museum, and we put forth two proposals. One is to shut down North Broadway between Second and Third to celebrate Edward Hopper's the Hopper House's 55th anniversary. So it's June 21st is the date of summer solstice. It's the longest night, longest day, and we have an exhibit that's related to Hopper and Light. We thought we'd take that day to celebrate sort of the capstone of the 55th anniversary by shutting down that street and doing the longest table, which has been done in a lot of communities. It's one long table, and it's kind of a family potluck function. We have a committee working on it now. So it would not obstruct it. It's really right in front of Hopper's house. It wouldn't block anything. Second would be accessible. Third would just be the part in between the house. There's a few residents there and some businesses.
We'd be blocking the traffic both ways.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the street will be closed for traffic.
But not second, it'll be.
Second and third.
Between
Cross
Second and Third.
streets will stay open.
Correct. Both of those streets there, but it would just be North Broadway.
Oh, that like, okay.
We can use our bollards to just block off each end.
And we would put a table down there. We'd be selling seats to people who bring potluck. We'll have some entertainment at the Hopper House.
Is it open to the public?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With tickets, I think.
Yeah, the tickets.
Tickets, right?
Sit on
We sell
my
tickets.
third.
And, you know, affordable price, and we're talking about partnerships with restaurants and other things. We have a committee for, so we want to make sure we can have the street before we move too far.
I think it's great.
Thank you.
Do you want a rain date?
We have a rain date of June, the following Sunday, June 27th. I think Kathy might have put it in an amendment for that.
Okay, so rain date 27th.
Yes.
27th of June.
Yes.
All right, that's
But it won't.
open. I'm looking at my
It
grid of all the
won't.
events.
Yes, it won't rain. Let's speak it into existence.
Because we have a rain date, it won't
It
rain.
will rain.
If we did not have a rain date, it would.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
It's getting violent, yeah.
Oh, it's
Getting?
good. It's good. Smoke. Yeah.
All right,
I have a question, and it sounds great, but. What about, blocking? I mean, it sounds good, but does the fire department have to sign off on this?
It's the same in every single street closure. The barricades have a gap the fire truck can go through. And the setup for the event is more on one side than the other, so the truck can drive around the front side.
Just as I guess an FYI for us on the day, it wouldn't surprise me if people start to try to turn up Third to get onto Franklin because the street will be blocked off. So we should probably be cognizant of people going.
Trying to go the wrong way.
Yeah, we're going off the right in one-way street.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, second, it's not an issue because you can go both ways.
Right.
I'm more thinking if you're coming from like Upper Nyack. It wouldn't surprise me if people try to turn up Third
Yeah.
to go around as opposed to turning down and
you
going
can get
around.
you can get a sawhorse and you put it on the southbound side of
I mean, listen.
Broadway. So that they can't go into Third Avenue. They have to turn left.
I've spent my entire life on Third Avenue yelling at people looking away. I'm happy to let my.
Okay, well, there you go.
say.
Well, you
I won't bring a megaphone and just. sit
my
on
job
the
is taking
corner.
garbage at midnight and dumping it on 59, and your job is,
I'll sit on the
shouting
corner
at
and
people about the wrong
scream it one way.
Well,
Just a thought.
we'll need set up starting around 3 o'clock and we'll be done by 11.
Yeah.
So the event will be over, the summer solstice is at 8:45.
Mhm.
We'll have a little toast to the sunset and
that's really fun. That's really fun. All right,
I'm done with
this is a while, we don't need a resolution tonight for, do
Do
we?
that next time.
Okay, but you got your date.
thank you.
Thank
There
you.
was another thing on there, I don't know. if you
Yeah,
asked,
so
but,
I was just gonna ask.
this is our third or fourth year coming forward of that festival in partnership with Pagers, down in the park, as they're close to rent the park for that opportunity in October. So it was on the agenda as well. We just wanted to put that on.
All right,
Just so you
Okay,
know, down in the bottom of the park, there will be a roller skating event, which might be fun for your patrons.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
As long as I don't move.
They move a lot.
the ones that fall won't move, they'll be on the ground.
That'll be me.
That's more activities.
That's great, thanks, great, what you're doing, thank you.
Thank you
for all
very
you do
much.
for the Hopper Museum and Study Center. It's great.
And happy now.
And Hopper, this will take people to the Hopper.
Thank you.
Mr. Batson, let's take you out of order as well.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I should really just make you stay just for the.
No.
That's it. Actually, no, 10 point, what are you, 10 point something? You're only at 8.1, so you don't have to sit through a couple resolutions, but we'll take you out of order. anyway. All right, and then I'm gonna go upstairs just to look to see if there's
Yeah, I was gonna say.
smoke
that was
flying out
the
there.
end.
Go up on the roof and see what's going on.
So, I've been in discussions with Andy and with Jenna. To have the chamber take lead for an activation around the World Cup. I know that there's certainly a desire to bring people who are, apparently, we just heard a number, 2 million people who are gonna come, 1 million people apparently show up around these events without tickets. So we'd like to bring them here, but we'd like also to get everybody in the county excited about the World Cup. It's an international event. And more importantly, we'd like them to all come tonight and spend some money.
Whole moon.
So, we're looking at a project that has, it's our FIFA Fest is, or I'm sorry, can't say FIFA. There's some branding.
It's like Super Bowl, you can't say
Football, yeah.
Hey.
football fest, okay.
Football Fest has, it's a project that has 3 legs. One is, and the primary activity is all clustered around July 5th. So that's gonna be a very busy weekend in town. There's gonna be a football zone, which is gonna be Hezekiah Easter Park and the parking lot. That's gonna. It's gonna include, the timing is from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon on the 5th. It's gonna include, a fitness dance party. There'll be an inflatable, soccer dart game. There'll be soccer lessons. There'll be a penalty kick challenge. There'll be cornhole, ring toss, Connect Four, giant Jenga. So it's gonna be just a kids' activity festival, but there's also going to be signage throughout the village saying where you can watch the game. We have a list of 20 restaurants that we're hoping will participate. We're talking about, although I don't know if it's gonna survive the next budget cut, a fund to give some rentals for TVs for places that maybe have a small TV or don't have any, want to participate. Of course, we're very excited that Haiti's in the World Cup and the games are on June 13th, June 19th, and June 24th. And what we want to do is, as we tell people to come to Nyack on the 5th of July, we also want to remind them of all these other exciting things around the game that will bring people to town. We will certainly be cognizant when we have all those families in Hezekiah Easter that Casa del Sol will be playing a game at 4 o'clock on the 5th, and Brasserie D, and even, if they want to be open, Deli on the Hudson. We have a whole range of places that we want to work from. So that's the football zone. Now, the county branding is Nyack is Global Rhythm Football Fest. So the rhythm part for us is gonna be South Broadway. So on the fifth, on South Broadway, from noon until 6, there's gonna be all kinds of dancing. There's gonna be line dancing.
South Broadway from where to where?
From just that strip, just from
Hudson?
The usual.
From La Fontana.
Hudson to Murray's.
Okay, Hudson, so you're talking about Sobro.
Sobro is gonna have the kind of.
Where they do
salsa
salsa.
they've done, but so we're gonna have, but that salsa is gonna be the crescendo, it's gonna start, we're gonna do line dancing, we're gonna do soul line dancing, we've even talked about some TikTok dancing, which. And.
Why are you looking at me? What do you think?
You're the youngest person here.
I don't,
You're the only person that might have an account.
I don't, I can say I don't.
Gosh.
So that will be there, and then the
Carl, you got
global
it, Carl?
aspect, so I've talked about football, I've talked about rhythm, the global aspect is the contractor that we have for activations. Is called New Jersey Social, and they've perfected this thing called the stroll, where they set up in advance. A sampling from a variety of restaurants, and they take a group of people throughout your town to different spots. So there'll be a stroll going from noon until 6, going to all the different areas. Now, we're not gonna get up to size. The Haitian restaurant that's gonna have part of this, there'll be an activation center. We might not get up to El Cunao, which is another one that'll be a part, but we will try to make it a village-wide event. We don't want people just proximate. And then finally, the last aspect of this is that we want to focus on the 5th, which is what the funding's for, but we really do want to put up like maybe a tournament board somewhere in town where people can follow who's in, who's out, what are what's going on with the games, because we want this excitement to be going on for as many days as there are tournament matches, and we really do want people to be kind of encouraged, and maybe this can be part of the branding, to watch it together. Don't watch it at home, watch it together.
Yeah, it's nice.
What is the football final?
The 19th of July.
Yeah.
I know more about the World Cup in the last week than I have in the last 2 years. But yes, the 19th. Now, we had tried to pull a fast one and make our rain date the 19th, but that got nixed. Because apparently there's already stuff going on.
Nice
I
try.
respect your efforts and try.
That's it. So we're meeting again tomorrow, Andy and Tyrone. Acevedo from Mora's, who's also a chamber board member, has been on all these meetings. And Michelle Whalen, who's kind of joined the team. So we're gonna meet again tomorrow, Mark Mangan. And the chamber board is all on board to take in what funds that the county does send our way and disperse them. And we had I thought the meeting with Jenna went very well. What I missed?
Can I just add something?
Yeah, sure.
One of the things that excites me about this
All the
is
docents.
the engagement of your watch party venues.
Yes.
To make sure that every single restaurant or bar that's participating makes a commitment to putting the game on, to promoting it themselves, to partnering with a local soccer club. I just talked to OMM today. Those guys are
Is that
excited.
Frank?
Frank,
Well, I
yeah,
spoke to Frank too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of soccer aficionados who might be persuaded to come out
Sure.
and kind of join any particular venue in their jerseys, talk about soccer.
Sure.
Try to kind of build a bond between those families and their players and venues, really try to fill those seats in the restaurants. And Bill's got, somebody's gonna work on sort of
Yeah, I don't.
sort of a coherent scheme of decoration and promotion and so on. So it's one of the few examples I think of a bunch of businesses in Nyack all working together in a different way.
Yeah, and so those docents, we'll try to ramp it up so that they don't just show up and nobody knows them on the 5th. Michelle Whalen's actually from her boosterisms at the high school knows the men's and women's soccer teams. So, and we do want to push actually women's soccer too. Because sometimes when there are these international matches, people do focus too much or exclusively on the men. So, yeah, so but the docents is a really unique thing. And I think it will bring people because, we'll have, and there's a guy named Chris Barish who just put a graphic novel about World Cup that lives in Nyack, that's having something at Home Buddy Books. So there are all these incredible resources. There's Nate Bell, there's Jose Acevedo. There's really great. So we're gonna pull in. I mean, like the World Cup is. It's an international event that a lot of people really love, and it's exciting. We want to get the excitement, and we want to translate it into foot traffic in the downtown area.
I love it.
Great. It's great. And it's good that you're involved in local businesses. I love that, to make them part of the tapestry. It's good. It's good. Make them included into the event. It's gonna be a busy weekend, holy.
Yeah.
But Sunday's gonna be a day of rest for, at least for Nyack,
When we first started talking about this.
or Saturday, it's Saturday.
We met with Kirk downstairs in the burger loft, and he said that typically that Sunday is really quiet for him. For some reason.
And staff, it's hard for them to staff.
Yeah,
I was surprised, we have something in there for that I think might survive. We have a backstop fund that would get returned to the county if it doesn't get used, but we have a fund, Tyrone estimated that if you staff up for a day and you don't make any money, you could lose $300. That was the amount that we kind of came up with. So we have a fund for $3,000, or I think it's maybe 11 or 10 businesses. And we're trying to figure out a way that they have to verify that they have, no activity, but we don't want anybody to lose money.
Right.
All right, well done.
All right, thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Bill.
All right,
Oh, is that what I said?
don't jinx it.
do the TikTok dance.
Yeah, it's.
Please.
Bye, everyone, thank you.
Bye.
All right, can I get a motion to adopt the minutes of April 23rd?
Just go slowly, all right?
Motion.
Second.
Can I make a comment?
J, F,
Sure.
R.
But I don't know if he's gonna be able to adjust them, but yes, go ahead.
No, not to adjust it,
Oh,
just for the future reference, that people need to give their real names and not a pseudonym.
Mhm.
For what? If, when they make public comment,
who made us in that?
take a look at the minutes from the last meeting.
Oh.
There was a Diamond, something.
Oh, that guy's name is Diamond something.
I think it might be his name.
Yeah.
No,
What is it?
Diamond
Like
the-
unicorn or something like that?
No,
Yeah.
Diamond,
The motorcycle guy.
Motorcycle guy, yeah.
yeah, he had a Diamond something,
Yeah,
but it's not his real name.
Okay, well, I don't know that.
I know that, I know that, but it kind of, but obviously it was a pseudonym,
Okay.
so.
I think he might change his name to that, because that's the way he does introduce himself. But your point's well taken. Most people have not. It's an online thing more than it's.
I mean, I know him, I know what his real name is, right? So it just,
Okay, you could have corrected him there. Anything else for the minutes? Seeing nothing else, all in favor?
odd.
I have to say something.
Motion carries with, was anybody not here
Me.
okay, so now you abstain. Action items, the audited voucher summary, resolution 85, can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments or questions about the audited voucher summary? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. That's 5.1. 5.2, a resolution setting a public hearing to amend chapter 360 and to repeal local laws 2 and 7 of 2025. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
This is just to set the public hearing, which will now be
On
on,
that motion, was it?
Joe.
Carl.
Nat-
Motion.
Yep, and Natalie second.
just shout your name when you say,
Okay.
so that he hears you, writes it down, doesn't look up. Should really tell Joe's voice, but. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we've set the public hearing. Resolution 87, setting a public hearing about the adaptive reuse. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Joe.
Joe.
Joe,
Second.
Pascal? Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries all in favor?
aye,
Motion carries unanimously. All right, 5.4, resolution 88, to approve a permit application for a dog show on North Broadway.
motion,
Second.
that's Donna.
Donna.
and
Pascal.
Pascal. Any comments or questions? Just, let's look at the dates here, just to make sure we have
18.
July 18th.
The rain.
The rain-
the rain-
25th.
It's there's some sort of hopper thing going on, 18th, 25th.
We could
Should be
show
okay.
something.
All right, any comments or questions? Anything else? No, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Resolution 89, to adopt revised pricing for the Park Amenity Sponsorship Program. Can I get a motion?
Natalie motion.
Second, Donna.
They just, you have to look up, they gave their
helping
names.
you here.
He's looking up out of habit. All right,
Did you get
It's something about the auditory and visual kind of go together.
yeah, he has to do
But
it.
yeah, I got you.
Okay.
All right, any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Resolution 90. To approve permit application from Andre Smith for cancer awareness event. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Natalie second. Oh.
Natalie, Joe or Natalie, one of them. Pick your choice.
Don.
Dealer's choice, Joe.
So I got Donnelly, then I got
Motion.
Joe Carl.
We talked about this last week. Any comments or questions?
Nope.
All in favor?
Just as a reminder, this is also the back to school barbecue.
Yes, also the
So
budget.
if
Oh,
he,
yeah.
Where to show up for your knapsacks.
Oh, well,
so he
I don't
is,
need one of those, Andy.
so
But
he.
you get your protractor and your compass for your first day of work.
Yeah,
Your new
yeah,
job.
you know,
So
they
you
have.
You
it
need the
listed.
protractor.
They're doing.
It doesn't have a
it together.
protractor.
It's a joint.
To stick you in the finger when you reach into your bag.
It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
They don't use those anymore.
I'm
in the
not going,
workplace.
but-
Pop up. Relax.
Please. Dare you. I'm a look smogger on influencer on TikTok. Did we vote on this? Cause I think we got interrupted. So can I get the motion, we got a second, can we, all in favor?
Aye.
So it's official, I think, we got interrupted when we were voting. Resolution 91, alert to bike day, can I get a motion?
Motion Natalie.
Second, Joe.
Any comments or questions? This is learn to bike from YMCA, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Resolution 92 for Music on the Hudson, Tuesdays in July.
Yay, motion.
Donna, second Natalie.
Donna and Natalie, and this is definitely gonna happen. We got the dates and everything like that. We got our bands.
Do we have the
I've
whole,
been told,
I've been told, okay.
and then we have the whole lineup of who's playing?
We don't have it yet.
Mark's got it under control.
Who has
Oh,
the control?
Hanging. Oh, that's good.
Will we be able to see that, or do we just have to wait?
I don't have the list.
Okay.
Why don't we ask Mark for the list?
Okay.
Can I add something to this? So for the Swing Time Big Band that's performing on July 3rd, we don't have a rain date for them. And the question is, if are they available? But I have to find out, but they wanted to know, they asked me what dates would rain dates. So I was just thinking, maybe one of the
One of the Tuesdays in
one of the
July.
Tuesdays, yeah, so maybe we could coordinate something with that. But then again, that depends upon if they're available.
Where you could slot them in. You
Well,
could
let's find
offer
out
them
from the band,
the
maybe.
first Tuesday in August, which is. Mark wouldn't have programmed at this point.
Right.
Usually the rain date for one of the Tuesday nights in July ends up being the first week or so in August.
Okay. Okay, well, we're having a meeting next week, so I'll pose the question with Elliot Forrest about. We talked about it, that he's gonna talk to the
They should have a
band.
rain date.
With that,
If you're gonna pay them, they should offer a rain date.
All right. With that discussion, all in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Resolution 93 to approve a tax warrant for 26-27. Can I get a motion?
Motion Natalie.
Second,
Andy, this is what?
This just follows on the budget. After you adopt the budget, you implement it by taxing people.
Oh, okay. It's very popular.
Not.
So, everybody watch something else for the next 30 seconds. All in favor of taxing everybody, $4.5 million.
Aye.
Aye. All in favor? Unanimously voted for
Who motioned?
the taxing. Joe motion.
And somebody seconded,
Wasn't me.
No, Natalie put the motion in Joe second.
yeah.
Now and then Joe. They took the hit for the crit.
We sure did.
All right,
Natalie and Joe, Carlin.
Marlon, right?
what you got for us report wise?
Well, there's a couple more items underneath there. Let me just see them.
Oh, yeah, there was something else that you left out with changing the, what about this, Andy? With the security? Oh, okay,
Well, it's sort of an addendum to the Platinum Security Report, which
okay,
the board had requested, which is provided by Platinum Security, which city you passed it. And
okay.
it's fairly routine. They go through sort of some of the kinds of activities and incidents and public responses, so they've seen. It's a nice little report from Platinum Security, which you'd asked for.
Is it it's in the packet?
It's in your packet.
Yeah, it is.
But then in follow-up discussions. And particularly talking with Karina, who has a supermarket, who's very concerned about safety in that parking lot right at closing time. I was suggesting that little memo that I sent today, I think, that we adjust the security patrol schedule to push it towards that 10 p.m. hour rather than the earlier in the evening.
Mhm.
Um,
And that would
just
be the
we did
only
it
change.
as a trial for a while, but it seems like she's making a strong case that right around 10 o'clock when she's closing up, how she often faces some sort of.
That's a good, smart idea.
Issues in the parking lot.
Yeah.
They're just sort of afraid for their safety, and it makes them feel good to have the security guys stay there. And we also call the police frequently as well.
So I'm fine with that.
So there, I'll work with my colleague and everything.
That sounds good to me.
Regarding the police, Andy, are we still on, are we?
Wherever you want.
Yeah, basically, I've been getting a lot of complaints on Saturdays or Sunday morning at 3 a.m. The new restaurant at Main and North Mill, when people let out.
Right, Mirage.
I know, I didn't want to mention their name, but in general, there's a lot of rowdiness, a lot of yelling, a lot of drunken driving. And I called the dispatch last week. And they promised to send some patrol and nobody came. There was nobody there. So this is something that I think needs to be done to have patrol there when the bar lets out and just keep order.
I can agree with that. I mean, the owner did come in and specifically ask for that as well. She said she's had to call and she came to a meeting and explained that to us. So I do think the next time you guys meet with OPD, really emphasizing that they should be around that area, because they were in the beginning when she first opened.
Right.
And then they stopped being there, and that's when behavior changed.
But why wouldn't they come if you called? I don't understand.
No, I spoke to dispatch before, the day before, and I asked them to put it on the record that they should, because people had to, there was a week before there was a problem.
Mhm.
So I asked them if they could put a patrol out there, and they said they would, but there was nobody out there. Nobody came. So something maybe you could talk to the chief and Lieutenant Palazzolo and maybe make sure that
It's not him anymore.
So Sergeant.
He's a detective now.
he's a lieutenant.
So
No, he's a
yeah.
detective. He got promoted.
Well, it's all out. That's all.
Yeah.
I thought he was a lieutenant.
No, he got promoted to detective. So he's
He's a lieutenant now.
oh, he is a lieutenant. Oh, I thought
He's
you
a
guys said
lieutenant.
detective.
Yeah, Pazzo was already detective.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah, he's a lieutenant too.
I don't know these things.
Well, whoever
Yeah,
the contact is, but maybe we could ask them to make sure they have it, put a patrol on.
Right, I will absolutely ask them about that.
Thank you.
Andy, what time of day, like what time of night is we talking about?
3 to 3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a change of
Especially
shift.
when they close.
No, it's last call.
That's what it-
Yeah.
Last call.
The time is between
Yeah.
3:30, that's what everything.
No, I'm saying it's
Yeah.
like it's a change of shift where, the guards are down.
It
So it's
shouldn't
not,
be.
they're on duty at that, like they're
It's
just.
just on duty 24/7.
Yeah, there's always somebody
When
out
the
there.
restaurant empties
But they
out,
could easily have gotten a call at 2:50 to do something up in Whitney Upper Nyack, or South Nyack or Grandview. I mean, we do have a police unit assigned to us, just the village of Nyack, 24 hours a day. Is it one car, or two people, or is it one person?
it's typically two cars in the vicinity, actually.
Well, it's usually there's one assigned to South Nyack, but we get a lot of the benefit of the one in South Nyack. So, but they could have been, but we should remind them. I'm of two minds about it. One is, it doesn't take much to them, just drive by, flash the lights, and then everybody just disperses. And then, because there was an incident there not that long ago, so there should be something there.
Yeah, they need to get the phone call, I mean, because they might be right around the corner and not realize what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, she should just be calling them. I'm about to close up. There's gonna be a big crowd of people. And there was a shooting there not too long ago, so like, it's not insubstantial that people could be concerned about legitimately. I mean, sometimes I have to say I have a little bit of like, we don't live in a gated community. There's gonna be noise. The bar closes, people leave, they're making noise. That's not, it's discourteous and I wish they wouldn't do it, but like, it happens. But there was an incident there and it is And it's not very hard for the police just to show a presence and to disperse it, which I would like them to do. All right, what else do you have, Andy? Anybody else on that issue?
I wanted to thank the Friends of Nyack Library for building a little mini library box for installation in the playground. There had been one there for many years, but it got vandalized, knocked over, stolen or something, and they got together, they bought one, they built it, and then even installed it. And it's really cute.
Andy, where is it?
It's in the playground, right where it was before.
Okay.
Only brand new now.
I need to call.
This weekend, on Saturday, Marcy and pollinators and parks and everybody are getting together to plant flowers in the park up around the 9/11 memorial. If you're around and you want to participate in doing that. I also want to say, echo what Pascal said before, which was the water crew put in some long hours last weekend and together with Fletcher Kramer, which is an amazing contractor, patch the system up that does kind of fall apart from time to time. I think that's it for just sort of random notes. Oh, I will say that coming this week, we're gonna be finishing up the sidewalk project on the north side. Terra Firma will be back. There's a couple 88 corners and a short length of sidewalk. North Franklin, it's gonna get replaced. See, you guys are making progress on the roof here. AC's off right now on the second floor, but fortunately, we're weather perfect for that. The roofers will be showing up soon to remove the old roof, put a new roof on, and we'll get the HVAC machines put back on. Meanwhile, every day there's electricians and HVAC people putting the wiring in for the new heat pumps, which are gonna be located in the building department and elsewhere. And some projects coming along. High Avenue, they put in a big long lane of curb coming down on the north side there. There's some sorting out going on between the contractor and our village engineer on pricing for a change order related to a trench that's gotta be a lot deeper, and they're sort of debating how to quantify that. And so we're sort of negotiating a big piece of that project right now. So I want to mention that. Oh, I want to mention as well, kind of a cool thing happening. The Rivertown Films is showing a movie about sanitation, and an artist who was a sanitation sort of artist in residence with New York City Sanitation. And together with that, they've asked us to park a garbage truck out front and reject, this is Chris Burns' sort of wonderfulness.
Yeah,
Reject
of course.
a collage of photos featuring our people working in the village, fixing things and working on things. And some of our DPW staff have been taking pictures, and the idea is for our staff who do the work of
To be
picking up the trash,
highlighted.
filling the potholes and doing the landscape work and so on,
I like that. It's
to
good.
represent themselves a bit in this collage and give our village residents a chance to see that.
Chris Burns.
Speaking of, is Phil okay with his eye?
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, fortunately didn't hit his eye, it was just.
He's like, yeah, a little top of,
That
yeah,
was great, let's call him.
yeah.
So there are hazards with that work, you know. So that's kind of a fun project.
Could I ask a question?
Sure.
You still have a list to go? I want-
Enough for now.
Okay, what is going on with the Nyack Plaza updates? I know that they cut it out the building and stuff like that. Do we know what's going on?
I don't have the exact latest, but it's a major overhaul, but after they got in there
Right.
to do the removals of the wet and just, they found that there was a lot more to fix than anybody realized, so.
Yeah.
It's pretty much 100%, all the apartments. The new roof obviously is the starting point, but the interior, it's a bigger project than anybody anticipated, so. But from judging from Manny, they seem to be progressing
Mm-hmm.
and.
From what I could see from what I look out the window, they are.
Yeah, they seem to be progressing, and it's a hard, challenging project to go through, but they seem to be doing it.
Okay.
Has the rack contract started yet?
Oh, yeah, I should mention that.
Mhm.
So just this week,
That was my question.
you'll see new rat bait stations in most every tree pit up and down Broadway and some on Main Street as well. They look like kind of a fake rock. Some of them are
Oh.
Bluetooth enabled with little counters for motion
I
sensors.
kind
and
of
stuff
like that. So they don't look like your regular black
Yeah,
box.
they look a little cooler. And so they're deploying those in a sort of a first phase of intense. They'll monitor the activity levels and adjust them as needed.
Has any other ones been placed like around the garden?
They're throughout the downtown.
Okay.
They range from the community garden part of Depew
Mm-hmm.
to Broadway to Main Street.
Okay.
And it's including replacement of the existing ones that are done in the marina or, and as well as this building, future plant in the senior center.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, can I ask you a question? What is happening with the New York Forward grants?
So we thought we would hear news from these guys in April, but clearly that didn't happen.
Yeah.
As soon as we get a notice from
They just finished the budget. They said after the budget was done that it would start to pick up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a call next Wednesday that they want us to be available like Thursday morning or something.
next day.
That's kind of notice that we'll get. And there'll be some sort of announcement and we'll find out what projects got funded.
Okay, great. Waiting with bated breath. Let's see
Yeah.
what,
we all are.
yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of work. A lot of good things are gonna come out of that.
Oh, you know what I'll tell you later. Remind me about, I want to get a big check, I want one of the big checks, like that we can write on every time we give a,
Oh, one of them.
so we go to Elmwood, $300,000 for
One
Elmwood.
of those guys.
One of those, I want to do one of those. Listen, I gotta,
I got it.
it's gotta be real, gotta be real.
Oh, it's the race.
I mean that. Just one check though. The idea that you do one check,
Dry erase board.
yeah, the dry erase board, yeah, dry erase board check. That's how you do it.
I'm an expert at these.
All right,
I
you're in
know
charge of the check then.
I don't wanna be in charge of the check. I'm
Oh.
in charge of other people's checks. Big checks, I mean.
So that's traditionally, it's been the deputy mayor's responsibility to take everything. If you look in the charter, go back, they said that in like the 1883.
I know. I
Deputy
was-
mayor's responsibility among others
I know-
shall be the dry erase board for the big check.
I know I was born at night, but it wasn't last night, so, you know.
All right. Anything else? All right, just for the record, we had a Parking Authority meeting this evening. And not this
Great.
morning, but it was a while ago, 6 p.m. We discussed, we approved the budget. The Parking Authority will be approved by resolution by the board at a future meeting, probably the next meeting. We discussed the fact that the Parking Authority does still have about a $700,000 debt to the general fund, which they are slowly working down, but the Parking Authority was having trouble. It was meeting its obligation to pay the general fund for the lease of the streets, but it was not going to be making any additional money to pay down the outstanding debt. So we're looking at ways to address that so that the Parking Authority can be a little more profitable. That might include some scofflaw amnesty with the hope of getting some money being paid in by people who have pretty extravagant debts from parking fees. We also appreciation to Andy and Kyle for negotiating new credit card fees that reduced the deficit, allowed us to get it to a balanced budget. And we're gonna look at some of the fines and see whether we need to make any kind of changes to make it more proportional, as well as build up some revenue, because we do need to pay off that debt for our credit rating from the Parking Authority to the general fund. Is that basically about right?
Yes.
All right. So that's 8.3. New business that we've not yet covered is 10.1. Brianna Moore park permit application for about 50 people. The one question I had about this, it says gazebo and upper lawn. Those are two very different areas.
If she wants to do a kind of a photo op sort of ceremony in the gazebo and then have a picnic on the upper lawn.
You have permit for the picnic. If they want to take a photo op, they take a photo op anywhere they want, but they don't get licensed to use the gazebo for it. In case there's somebody there, someone there, they can. They take a picture on the pier, they can take a picture. When's this gonna be? 8/28? Everything will be done, it'll be in beautiful shape. They can take a picture of any of those. Beautiful sitting area.
A wedding or?
No, I think it's just a picnic.
It's some kind of a family event.
It's not-
We're wedding.
It's not exclusive, it's not a lot of people, it's not a lot of time. It's 4 hours.
I just wanted to mention that I'm still waiting to see a fee structure for use of the gazebo.
We said we were gonna do that.
Yep.
And I'm saying that because a couple of days ago, last weekend, people took pictures, there was an engagement party at the gazebo.
I did see that a year ago.
It
I saw
was,
pictures of
they
that.
did a proposal. I don't know if it was an engagement party.
Well, a proposal party. And from what I heard, they left a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had those sort of fake flower petals in it.
Right.
Some of them definitely littered the ground around them.
But the fact is,
they didn't have a permit.
they never heard, yeah.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have helped, so they didn't get a permit. And there's nothing really that we can do about it other than shame them for being terrible. For littering on their beautiful day. But we still wish them well in their.
But we do need a fee schedule.
Yes,
Okay, I'll-
we need a fee schedule.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back to that.
If you wanna litter, it's an extra $250. All right, I would say, let's condition this on a $250 deposit, security deposit. That's like, we don't have to have that fee, we can do whatever we want, we can set whatever we want on a, but I think that for 50 people to use the park, I wanna know that when we look at it, they're not gonna leave a mess.
All right,
They get the $250 back if there's no inordinate amount of cleaning that's due after they're done with their use of the park.
But you usually take a fee, right? Like even for like the Nyack, not the Nyack, the senior center, right? Do you take a fee for that?
not for residents, only for non-residents.
Okay.
And we don't know if this is a resident, but I'm not saying a fee, I'm just saying a security deposit for cleaning. A clean deposit in case we have to do any extra cleaning, just saying, you get it back.
That's actually a great idea for
Anybody.
Although, yeah, I think we should think about the fee. I don't want it to also be cost prohibitive for some.
Well, they're getting it back.
No, but that's
They
like,
might not have to shell
a
out. That's why they use the
deposit.
park, yeah.
well, if they're gonna use the park and leave it, somebody has to be accountable.
No, I think that there should be a fee. I'm just more thinking, maybe instead of 250, like 150 or something.
I'm fine with
That,
150.
that's more what I mean. Like we can argue over the.
Well, there's a fee and there's a.
Well, this is not a fee, this is a deposit.
That meant,
But
right,
you're
that's what
saying-
I meant, like the security deposit. I'm just concerned for like,
Well,
the.
50 people, it's sometimes like $5 a person.
So yeah, no, I think 50 people, never mind. I'm just
know
for
what you're
saying, yeah,
saying.
you guys know what I'm.
If it was 10 people, I wouldn't
Yeah,
ask the club, it's 50
yeah,
people.
it's more
We
what
just
I
had
mean.
somebody make a big mess and now there's 50 people gonna have a 4-hour party. And they wanna, kind of use the whole park. I wanna make sure they don't leave like all their, because I saw it also, I saw something else the other day when I was in the park in the morning, that somebody they'd actually hadn't done a terrible job. They'd left it by the garbage can, but the garbage can was full, so they left a big pile of garbage by the garbage can, which is obviously not good for
Yeah.
rats and stuff like that. So I just wanna be a little bit cognizant of
I
that.
just wanna be clear, does this board want me to prohibit them from using the gazebo?
No,
Okay.
just they don't get exclusive use out of it, that's all.
Yeah.
Cause they can't say go down and say kick anybody out if somebody else is using
No,
it.
I always tell them they can't do that. Okay,
They had a really great event last weekend, didn't they? Maureen's Jazz Cellar.
Oh,
This was a million people. Yeah.
It is
Falling asleep.
she does a nice job with that.
And it
Like,
gets bigger each year.
Yeah, it's
seems like.
nice.
And,
and the ukuleles were there.
well, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect, it was,
Oh, don't say that.
all right, we did 10.2, we did 10.3, 10.4, I think we did also, yes, we did 10.4. 10.5, Summer Street Block Party, anybody have a problem with doing a block party?
Nope. Where's the block party?
Summer Street.
I want to give you a little background on this because I'm trying to improve our MO for block parties because the same risk of an errant driver driving through exists for a block party as it does for a street fair.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhat less of a target, but if it's just someone like having a stroke or something while they're driving and hit the gas instead of the brake, whatever it is. So, but I don't want to charge, having organized block parties on South Hill Street for years, I don't want to have to charge them for the security of having DPW staffer and so what I've said is in your plan, you have to commit to me that you're gonna park your own cars on
Those
the
ends.
To block.
Pew side, so if somebody makes that hooks in without looking or whatever, they'll have a hardened barrier there, not just the yellow stick and sort of barrel.
Yeah, which doesn't stop anybody, it's just a signal, it's just a visual signal.
So I'm asking for that.
That's a great idea, I was gonna suggest exactly that. They have to use personal cars to block off the,
And they have to commit to being there and be able to move them in case. of
with,
fire.
they have to have their keys, they have to have the car, in
So
case of an
that,
emergency vehicle.
the other thing is that we haven't actually asked for insurance to the village for these events in the past. And I just want to let you know, that hasn't really been the tradition here. There's sort of low scale and informal and people are like, how do I get it? And like the answer is you go online and buy it for $200. Sometimes your homeowner's insurance will just add it, but it's a little bit of a runaround. And so I wanted to know how if this board has strong feelings about that or not. I mean, I can require that.
I mean, when we say someone has to get private insurance, it's to protect the village.
It's naming the
When
village.
somebody gets hurt, they're gonna, we can.
When we get sued,
Which we have insurance for as well.
we do, but our insurance likes everybody else to have insurance that goes first. So that
So,
whenever like we have a contractor on the property, they indemnify the village. So when their truck hits somebody and they sue both the contractor and the village. The
I understand that.
insurance says, okay, contractor's insurance goes first on this.
I mean, I have strong feelings about it, but I have strong feelings about not requiring it because sometimes, and I mean, granted, half the things I organize are just very difficult to insure anyway, but it is sometimes hard for people to get insurance, and it's also same thing. It can be cost prohibitive if you're just trying to put on a community thing.
Some cold
You know,
cuts in it.
yeah, right, like a little barbecue, you don't, like, it's one thing when it's businesses, it's another thing when it's just like,
I'll look at that.
yeah, right, versus like, right, that's where I'm like,
So that's why I haven't made an issue of it, but I feel like as I do these things, I want
Yes, I
to make
think
you
it's-
aware of.
Cause
I think that's
it's a
fair.
good, it is a very fair point. Because anything could happen, it's so crazy.
right,
Like with Pastor Joseph and his thing, I'm gonna ask him for insurance because he's basically doing a public event.
right,
He's
But the
gonna
church
have
should have it.
yeah.
The church should have.
The church should have it. I'm more just worried about individuals taking on that liability.
But how could
because-
we insure then? What if somebody gets hurt?
I mean, yeah.
Do the organizers, I mean, really, they should have insurance for their own purposes.
Right.
Because they could be personally liable
Right.
if they hold an event and someone gets hurt at the event. So I would advise them to get insurance for block parties, but I would not require it. But I would say to the Muslim, what if somebody, gets hit by a car at the block
God
party?
forbid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
God forbid, yes, always had that incident, actually. God forbid someone gets hit by a car at the block party, they're gonna sue the village, but they're also gonna sue you.
Right.
And if you don't have a good umbrella coverage, I mean, you might not be covered for that, on your homeowners, depending if where you were.
So maybe if you just have that kind of conversation with them, whoever,
Right, I think that, I mean,
Ask our insurer to provide a little advice on that. See what they
Yeah.
say.
I would say that, but I think that I want to balance the concern for insurance for also like outside of major events and like very isolated incidents. I have not heard of like block parties being a big issue in this way, and I'm not
As
saying
of
that
yet.
as of no, I understand that, but
One incident changes that.
yeah, and I get that. I do want to balance it because I
We're in
have.
agreement, we're in
Yeah,
agreement.
no, okay. I was just like saying, like, as someone who's gone through this, sometimes it's hard to get insurance. And like as someone like me who's kind of poor, it would kind of suck for me to have to get insurance.
See if our insurance company
As a writer.
will add riders that we could get reimbursed for, that would be a reasonable cost.
She might not be.
That we could get a rider for this event that covers this event, and then they would pay for it might be a lot less than them having to go to their own private insurance. See if they'll do that. So we want to get insurance for this event. And we want it to be on a separate policy.
I would be more comfortable with that because it hasn't happened. This whole world has changed. There's things that I never thought would happen that is happening. But I just would like an extra, and I understand both sides, but.
Right.
In this
Meet
day,
somewhere in
this
the
day and
middle.
age, right now, if the rider would be the best solution if that's possible.
Yeah.
Well, maybe our insurance will pick it up, and then if we moving forward, that might be an alternative so that we can, and if with these type of events.
Right.
And this is what it costs.
And that would be a requirement.
For them.
I'm just more worried about like nickel and diamond people, but.
No, I get it, but.
I think, let's see if we
Yeah,
get a cost for
well,
it.
yeah.
Because it also might be an option for like Pastor Joseph. To say, hey, who's gonna do an
Right.
event on public property, we offer insurance, you can get insurance coverage for
In
your
addition
event
to
for
what-
$100.
Yeah, I just
Right.
think it's a nice
Good
safeguard.
idea.
They might do that, because from their perspective, it's like, they're gonna get sued anyway, they might as well take
Tax
$100 for an extra
Yep.
policy and put it on a separate policy. So that it's
Right.
covered separately,
Just.
they might write that, they might send that off to some secondary insurer.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right, but yes, that's a long way about going, saying, we okay with Summit Street having a block party?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do every year.
All right.
Well, that'll be a resolution for next. time.
We have
Yes.
the 10.6.
And the American Legion, we got an invitation that's for the Memorial Day Parade.
Yes.
All right, that steps off at, I think 10 o'clock. They want us there.
Yeah, they made a mistake on the, I know they didn't, they did.
10:30 we line up.
Memorial Day.
Be advertising it a little bit more so we can boost public participation like we did last year.
What do we do?
I think we just like promoted it a little bit.
Yeah, let's start promoting it. Let's start promoting
Anne Marie
it.
does a great job with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice when the parade has more people watching than walking.
And walking, yes.
And I've been in a lot of parades and almost every parade I've been in has more people walking than watching.
Yes.
It's always very, very
And
sad.
they do have a banner that's gonna go up early, right?
I don't know the details of their banner.
Oh, okay, I always assume I saw it, maybe I'm thinking it's
There is a banner already.
It's up,
Yeah, but near the post office.
oh, I missed it, okay. I didn't go down that way too.
All right, public comment? Hearing none, executive session, we don't have one. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion,
Second, third.
Motion Pascal, second Natalie,
And we're all in favor.
Okay, you have to write that down there, buddy.
yeah.
He's looking at us blankly.
Turn your back, boy.
All I gotta say is my bread might not be fully proof, guys, so thanks.
All right, we got,
Gotta
we,